Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to EU4 episode 2 with Byzantium. And last time we left off, we had set ourselves up and pretty much prepared ourselves for the inevitable, and that inevitable being the war with the Ottomans, which was probably going to happen this episode. I say probably, but it's pretty much a definite 95% to 99% chance that the Ottomans are going to declare war on us, mainly because at some point during this episode, preferably very, very soon, I'm hoping these guys will get out of this war here. We're going to insult the Ottomans and really tick them off. One thing I wanted to do that I forgot to do last time was reduce the fleet maintenance. It only saves us a little bit, but since we don't plan on using our fleet, there's absolutely no point in not reducing that and saving ourselves the moolah. All right, Ottomans, you absolutely hate me. You have a truce with a lot of people as well. Now, the Ottomans are probably pretty hesitant to attack me because the AI is pretty good at assessing how much it could win a situation. And when they assess my strength, my allies fall under that. And considering that I'm pretty much allied with half of this half of the people in this damn area right now, they're probably not really sure what to do. I'm allied with Wallachia, Hungary, and Poland, and it also takes into the fact that Poland has a vassal, a personal union, and a march with 3 countries. So, it's going to get pretty friggin' crazy if the Ottomans decide to do something stupid. Now, I'm a little worried because the Ottomans have a 2 stars here, which means they've got a really good general, a 3-3-3-1, which is a very strong general. The main reason I'm worried is because I've got my troops sitting here. If the Ottomans attack me, they're probably going to march right onto this pile of troops and absolutely crush them. So now I'm half tempted to maybe go over my force limit right now, even though it's going to hurt me. I do not want to get stomped in the beginning of the battle by the Ottomans, because if I do get stomped right in the beginning, I'm not going to be able to back my allies up, and they're going to need it because the AI in this game does not know how to properly attack or siege at all. They absolutely suck at it. I've had such bad luck with the AI. They're going to need, I'm going to need them just as much as they need me. Or we're going to need each other. So I'm going to boost this up just a little bit because I can potentially ward off the enemy by doing this. Now, I thought about getting mercenaries. It's a possibility. However, to save myself the manpower. However, they are 0.61 and these are 0.24. Yeah, so we're going to stick with these. The main reason being because it might be a while. It might be quite some time until the Ottomans actually attack us. And I can't afford to spend, 1.2 ducats a month on just sitting mercenaries. The Ottomans could attack us next month. They could attack us next year. We really don't know, honestly. It's always a hit or miss. Once you ally all these countries, it really confuses the Ottoman AI, and they're not really sure what to do. We're definitely going to gain the inflation for the bonus points because we got to start working towards tech as fast as possible, being that the Ottomans definitely get a big tech boost with their much better leader, a 5.56, and we've got a 2.22, so way behind on the tech game there. Now the Ottomans are really going to have to think about it before they attack us, especially since we're sitting on, well, farmlands is not really that great, but we do have a level 3 fort there, so sieging that province down is going to be very difficult. We will get a little bit of a defensive bonus, I believe, right? Maybe not. I'm not sure, but either way, the fact that we got a level 3 fort, it'll take them a while to siege it down, and then hopefully Wallachia, Hungary, Poland, Lithuania, or Hungary here, they'll all jump in. I really need these guys to hurry up and win this war. I'm a little worried because they'll be less likely to send more troops down here to help me if they're locked in that war. Now, yike, they've got a lot of allies too. Now, Hungary here and Wallachia, I have taken the Ottomans on with both of those before and just them and actually won, mainly because Hungary starts with some really powerful generals. If you actually see, he's got 364, which is insane. So it is possible. But with them having 3 allies, this could be an extremely difficult war. Tunis generally starts off pretty powerful in the early game. They are at a war right now, though, but it's not with any country that's going to really prevent them from being any... I mean, they're not really going to be that difficult. They're probably going to smoke that war. Bohemia. Yikes. Really? Okay, there we go. So they've declared war on us. Really? They're allied with Bohemia? How did that happen? How did the Ottomans get allied with Bohemia? How did this happen? I guess because they just don't like Hungary and Poland. That's really unfortunate. Bohemia is generally a very powerful country. All right. I'm a little worried. I guess we'll see how that pulls out. Although it looks like... I don't know. We'll see how that pulls out. However, the war has started. We are now officially at war. We'll take a look real quick here. So it is the Ottomans versus Byzantium, Athens, Hungary, Lithuania, Mazovia, Moldavia, Poland, and Wallachia. Lots and lots of allies versus just the Ottomans as of right now. Now, the Ottomans might call their allies in the battle. We'll find out. However, their allies currently being at wars with some other nations, although it looks like Tunis is finally peaced out, so maybe not them. Brandenburg, I guess, is at war with Poland already. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But with these guys all being in wars already, some of them might not join. Some of them will. We're going to find out. Who else is the Ottoman ally to, just so I can take a look? Where are you? Oh, yikes. You're actually usually a pretty powerful country as well in the early game. All right, well, we're going to see how we do. We'll see how we hold up. Hopefully it's well. The very first thing we've got to do, we got to queue up units. We don't mind going in the negative. We don't mind having a large force modifier or a force limit, a large... above large, 4 units above force limit, because even though we're going to take a massive penalty to ducats, the Ottomans are just way too powerful for us to let them just, they're going to trample over us if we don't do this. Now see, they're going to march straight onto us. So the first thing we need to do is try to get a general, or at least roll for a general. Pray to God we get a good general. Okay, that is the worst general I probably ever could have gotten in any game I've ever played of this. So we're probably going to get stomped, but hopefully our allies are on their way down now. Even if we get stomped, we may retreat to another province, or we may just get completely smashed. I guess we're going to find out. Looks like we're going to get completely smashed. Those 2 boats there got crushed as well, but that's all right. Hopefully we fall back, and we didn't. It looks like we got completely wiped out. That is really sad. So that is unfortunate, but sometimes that happens. Hopefully our allies will protect us long enough that we can rebuild our army. This has happened to me before. Like I said, I've played this campaign plenty of times. Not a big deal. We're just going to have to, we're going to honestly boot this, or we'll keep them, I guess, for now. But we're going to have to rebuild our army. It really sucks. It's actually probably the worst thing that could happen. But for our vassals... we've got to set these guys real quick to supportive, because I almost forgot to do that. So that way they'll go support the allies as opposed to just trying to siege stuff by themselves. Now the big thing we got to do is we've got to get some loans going. Let's lower fleet maintenance back down since it jumps up after we go to war. Let's take a bunch of loans. We'll take 6 loans. Fuck it. We'll take, not 6 loans. We'll take 3, 4 loans, which is a bunch of ducats. And we're going to completely rebuild our army. Okay, 2, and unfortunately I'm going to have to use mercenaries for a lot of this because I don't want to use the manpower. 3. Okay. Alright, there we go. We got to do it all down here, obviously, because Constantinople is getting sieged. However, he is going to move it off of Constantinople because he's going straight for Wallachia. Not good, because he's definitely going to get there and crush them. But Hungary's coming down here. Poland's moving some forces down here. So even though Wallachia is probably going to fall, well, Wallachia is going to fall. And we're going to take a pretty nasty negative modifier from that. It's not going to be too bad, because right now the Ottomans are only crushing smaller armies. But once Hungary here gets down here, and Poland comes down here and joins them, we're going to be in a lot better position. So here's the Ottomans. They're going to try to stomp on Hungary's army here with their army of 29k. Hopefully the Polands go in there and help defend. They're going to get on there the 20th of October. We need them to get there ASAP because the Ottomans do have the better army. Athens is coming in as well. Are they going to get there in time? It looks like they did. They've got in there. Everybody got in there. The Ottomans were beat. The Ottomans got crushed. Definitely what we needed. Now, I would love to chase the Ottomans down. Nothing would make me more happier than chasing them down and crushing their army, but obviously that is something that we cannot do because they're going to retreat probably all the way back into this province over here. I'd love for them to go to war with some other people as well, but that ain't going to happen. All right, so Poland sending some large forces down. Unfortunately, Poland and Moldavia, Lithuania, their forces are just way too tied into some other things that they're not going to come and help us. Nobody actually came to the Ottomans' aid, which is extremely important to take note of. I don't know, how did these guys spawn up here? That's somewhat unfortunate. I need you guys to not be there. How did this happen? I could have sworn I didn't queue anything up there. Okay, well, that's fine. We can march them there. We can march you with Athens. Oh, here actually, to help Athens. Oh, actually, wait, because you've got some more guys queuing up. Plus, I want to give you a leader. Our royal marriage with Wallachia has ended. That's fine. We can queue that back up. Okay, Lithuania, Wallachia's got a very large force sitting right there on their capital. If we could take their capital, then we will definitely drive their enthusiasm down pretty quickly. Very, very important that we do all of this. Athens heading on over here to help buffer them, especially since that's pretty much the main area that the Ottomans are going to try to cross over with their 13k army. I'm almost half tempted to drive my army over there and see if I can force the AI over here, because I would really like to see the AI go over and attack this 30 stack. Oh, they are moving away. Interesting. Why are they moving away? Okay, I was hoping maybe they were at war with somebody else, but they're not. Sometimes that happens. I got to be careful. They might be coming up here. In fact, I would almost guarantee that they're coming up here. They are. They're coming up here to buff Constantinople. So that happens generally. What's that? On the 22nd, are we going to catch them if we move into there? The 23rd, we are not. We're going to miss them by a day. Okay, we're going to help siege the capital, especially because we've got a 37 stack of units over here, which we cannot afford rolling on top of us. So luckily right here, if we take a look, we've got, I can't really fully tell. I don't know if it's close to 37 or not. I want to hope it is. But a pretty large force of units here. And so hopefully that'll deter the Ottomans away from marching onto this force, especially since these guys will get this fort to fall quickly. And when they do, I can imagine that this force will break up and hopefully kind of carpet siege. I don't need to completely crush the Ottomans. I only need to siege them enough to get a positive war score, to get a truce with them, and to capture a couple of their territories, preferably enough territories that capture or that block them off from my coast or from my territory by getting their capital of Edirne and Edirne, and then connecting Constantinople with some of my territories down here. That is the most important step. Now, I could get the marketplace here. I'm going to hold off because I'm probably going to need the diplomatic points, so we'll just hold off a little bit longer. We're actually getting positive income, which is interesting. I guess I'll just let that take over positive. Anytime you're in war and you're getting positive income, you're doing something right, right? All right. How are we looking here? I'm so glad that their allies did not join in the war. 7% length of war. Ottoman holds Edirne. So as soon as they lose that, they lose 5 war score, or at least we get a 5 war score bonus towards capturing territory. So now here they go. They're kind of putting some blockades up, which I knew was going to happen. Not even going to try to contest it because their navy is always very powerful. Even with my allies, most of my allies are landlocked, so they don't really get a navy. Hungary's navy is never that powerful. Poland is landlocked. Lithuania's got a small navy. If we all combined our navies, potentially we could take out the Ottomans, but it's just too much of a risk. The AI will probably not follow me into battle. It's a mess. Okay, as for Constantinople, Constantinople has a level 3 fort, so it's going to take them some time to siege it. We're already way closer to sieging their capital with a level 3 fort than they are with mine, which is good because I'm assuming that their war goal was to take Constantinople. Bad for us because if they do capture Constantinople, they will ultimately start getting a ticking war score as they hold it. So it's very important that as soon as they move, as they capture it, Ottomans will generally split their forces up and move them to different areas. And when they do that, we'll try to mop up some of the smaller forces with the help of the AI, who I hope will help us. And potentially re-siege Constantinople back. Now we've got the Mamelukes here. We obviously can't get them into a royal marriage, and then we cannot get them into an alliance because they have too powerful, or we already have too powerful of allies, but they are something to consider in the future, and so that's why I always like to try to work on relations with them, because the Ottomans are a pain for both of us. As for Lithuania, we could improve relations with them just in case they ever knock out of the personal union. It's a possibility. Some other choices are generally down here. Anybody that'll help us fight, the Ottomans, generally. Austria's not a bad choice now in the game, because we do have enemy of enemy, because they don't like Venice. So let's try to improve relations with Austria, even though Austria will not join us in an alliance because they are allied, or we are allied with Hungary and Poland, which are just too powerful of allies to even think about getting Austria as an ally. Like I said, it's always good to try to keep, your options open. Don't shut any doors if you don't have to. Might take some loans out here in a second just to build the army up a little bit stronger. I've got a force of 9,000, but that's not going to be enough when the time comes. At least I don't think it is. I'd like to at least max out my force limit if possible. But it looks like we're already going to start taking loans anyways. So I'm actually going to completely disband my navy. That might be a little bit crazy, but I'm going to try to save myself the money. We're going to already start drawing loans anyways because we're just getting negative money per month. But -4 is just insanely high. Okay, so here's what happened. Okay, actually, I don't know what happened. What happened? The Ottomans decided that sieging Constantinople was not worth it, and so they decided that they would rather attack us in Edirne, which is pretty stupid of them. That's actually out of every single situation I've played with the Ottomans, that is the biggest mistake I've ever seen them make, for several reasons. One being that we just captured this. So now this entire army is going to move into this province. The other one being that they didn't siege. I don't know what the Ottomans were thinking. What were the Ottomans thinking? Did something happen? I don't know, but they're definitely going to lose that war, which is great for us because now we've got the game under wraps. This game is ours. The Ottomans will never bounce back from this battle. We're going to get ourselves a massive war score from it. I may even go so far as to, 9 war score. Fantastic. The Ottomans are going to fall back. Oh, they're actually going to fall back into their own territory. I'm almost tempted to try to capture them. I don't have the army to do it, but does anybody else? Will anybody follow me? It doesn't look like it. I'm going to try to run into Constantinople and see, can I catch... Or actually, if I come here, I might catch this 1,000 unit. But I got to be careful because as soon as these guys get morale, they might try to jump into it. There we go. So I wiped them out. Okay, they are going to follow me. Let's see if we can wipe this stack out. Are they going to reach the end of the month? Oh, Poland's going to join as well. Oh, this is going to be great. The 2nd of January. So unfortunately, they're not going to reach before the end of the month. They're not going to get a complete stack wipe. But it's pretty obvious that the Ottomans are definitely going to just get wiped again. Wiped all over the floor again right there. I'm actually going to move into Edirne here and help with the sieging. Or maybe stay there. Gain a trader. Really? We gained a trader? Wow, where are they retreating now? Where are they going? Are the Ottomans going into Wallachian territory? I didn't think they could retreat into enemy territory. I guess, is it that bad right now? I really hope they follow them. I'd love to see them get just absolutely wrecked. It looks like they're not, though. However, we're still going to get some massive sieging bonuses. We're going for a really nice war score right now. I'm actually, generally, I always stop right around now and try to get as many territories as I can, or provinces. However, because the Ottomans are actually losing, this is the first time I've seen them lose this bad. I'm actually going to go for a complete, probably a complete full war score. I'm gonna wipe the floor with them. I'm going to make the Ottomans pay for every single time I had to restart this campaign. For every single time I had to restart this campaign and try to do this. I'm just gonna, oh man, I'm gonna crush the Ottomans. Okay, my Basileus, in an effort to advance their own interests, Austria have requested our help in exchange for subsidies. We will receive 191 each month for a duration of 20 years. Okay. Wow, so Austria just was like, here's some money. Thanks, Austria. I do enjoy money. Okay, war exhaustion is high. Let's go lower that because we're trying to keep this war going as long as possible, especially since we just completely wiped out the Ottomans' army. Why don't we actually stop for a second and take a look at the Ottomans' army? Sort this by total here. The Ottomans are generally near the top, and there they are, 15,000, way better than their 29,000 to 40,000, usually in that range that they usually have. And they never even got Constantinople. So, yeah, it's pretty much over for them. Yeah, so we're just going to hold out. As soon as we get their capital, that's going to give us a huge war score bonus. And I'm going to siege every province over here. And I generally don't do it, but I'm probably going to move over here and start sieging a bunch of provinces because at this point, I might as well take everything. If I could take almost every province over here, I may as well take everything I can get from them. The walls have fallen on Edirne here, so we should capture that very soon. We have a 28% chance in 6 days. 5, 4, 3. We should have a little bit more. All right, there we go. So we've won the siege. As you see, the war score jumped all the way to 64%. That's the highest war score I've had playing this game type. Now, if I move here, will anybody follow me? No, they're actually going to go all the way to Biga, really. So I can't get you to follow me there. I really need you to. Because the Ottomans have brought their forces back. I don't want the Ottomans to come for me, but I also don't want them to knock out Athens and Wallachia. I want to get these guys to follow me. So the Ottomans cut them off by putting their boats there. Okay, they're not going to follow me. I'm probably best staying here then. Lots of sieging going on there. I'm better staying here than I am leaving, because if I leave, then Wallachia might... Okay, there they go. I wanted to make sure they were leaving. Where are they going? Let's follow them. We want to stick in a group here. We don't want to break up, because if we do, then the Ottomans might try to gobble up our small little armies. Are you going for them? Okay, you know what? Let's join Hungary here. They're going to go on Constantinople on the 1st of June. We're going to meet up with them on the 6th of June. Let's definitely back them up and help them out. If we crush the Ottomans here, it's already pretty much game anyways, but just every time I beat the Ottomans is just a small victory. It just makes me feel so good, because the Ottomans are just such a pain whenever you play as Byzantium. There we go. All right, so Ottomans... army just crushed again. We're going to siege all of this up over here, and then I say let's let the war keep going. Why not? We've got the upper hand. Nobody came to the Ottomans' aid. Nobody came to help them. Their army is completely crushed. We definitely outnumber them. Everybody's enthusiasm is nice and high because we're winning the war. War exhaustion's a little rough for Poland, but they'll get over themselves. But the Ottomans are definitely losing, and most importantly, if I take all of this, I'm gonna go nuts. I'm gonna annex everything that I can possibly get my hands on without hopefully getting too much over expansion. And maybe I'll get them to release some some other nations, maybe give them to feed some territories back into some people. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely going to crush them. That's what I know. I'm going to crush them. But however, we are out of time for this episode. I do hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.